We are here. Connor?
You having a good time?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, I am, Dan.
Yes.
Lovely to hear it.
We have new sounds, everybody.
Yes.
Having a good time?
New soundboards. We are here
Thanks to Dan
for episode
that.
number 48. This is the episode. I always forget to turn the damn lights on. I'm going to have to turn them on. Let's see if that... There we go. Do you want what color do you want today?
Green's all right. Green
green's good.
means go.
Yeah, I like a good green.
You know?
We're here for episode 48. We're doing the show. We are doing it. We're doing it. We're getting it done. We're getting it shot. And,
We're doing this.
Filmed. It's going to be a great fun show. What we wanted to start off with, I literally just wrote down what we're going to start, and I'm like, So today we have to film a bit of a short show because tonight we actually have a party to go to. So this episode is only going to be about an hour, just over an hour long. I know, crazy for us considering we've done fucking...
I was going to say, like, compared to...
like 2 hour shows.
What, 45-minute shows?
I know. Well, that's also what I wanted to say. You know,
that bad?
Today we're going to do a show that's like a bit shorter, but like we now do regularly
That's
hour 40, 2 hours, hour and a half shows. And so we used to only be able to do 45-minute episodes. So
we were on a bit of a time.
We've just regularly doubled our show length.
I remember
I
remember back in the day going for an hour, and it was like, oh, this is risky.
Yeah, you're like, how are we going to get through this? That's wild.
That was a mad.
Yeah, that was some.
We got the same. By the way, I know you said you've been drinking the Cass beer. I actually went and got.
Connor's been brought around to the Korean lifestyle.
My second case of this bad boy.
That's right. So these are.
Beautiful.
Cass, what is it? Cass Fresh, Korea's #1 beer.
And I can tell why. It's so nice. I reckon Kim Jong-un was hiding out with a fucking maybe 10
was in
kegs
the brewery.
of these. Just drinking this.
I
would
love
have
it.
stopped.
Yeah. Well, you know, apparently, actually, not that we want to get into this, but so Kim Jong-un just recently, obviously had his sort of death scare. Everyone thought he was dead because he hadn't been in the media, and there was this whole controversy. Well, I mean, people weren't really scared. It was just speculation because obviously, you know, who's going to lead North Korea? There was speculation it was going to be his sister who was going to take over. Anyway, it turns out he's alive and well, and apparently what I read was that he actually faked his death as a plot to find out anyone inside his team that was like, you know, wanted to try and grab power if he died.
Like, well,
do you know what I mean?
Gone.
Yeah. Now he's gone. Maybe I should become in charge.
He's definitely a very ruthless man.
Well, yeah. So apparently he wanted to do that. But one of the most interesting things I read about in like one of these articles about it is that basically Kim Jong-un is like super unhealthy. He like drinks, he smokes, he eats like a fucking maniac. Like he literally just lives like a fucking... The Big Lebowski. Do you know what I mean?
They won't be able to hunt us down for saying this because it's banned in Korea YouTube. So, isn't it banned?
Well, we're drinking Korean beer, so we can say whatever we want.
I'm pretty sure it's banned.
As long as we give the Korean beer praise.
I don't know. Maybe one of the North or South have it, but I'm pretty sure it's banned in Korea YouTube.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Can you believe that?
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
They're very.
The North Korean government is so fucking strict and everything. Like they don't let a single thing pass, man. They're ruthless.
That's why people in North Korea need like VPNs and stuff to watch YouTube and stuff. Oh, imagine how
good luck getting a VPN
to get.
Good luck getting a VPN in North
VPN to the north.
But anyway, we don't want to get too much into fucking dictatorships and oppressed countries. What we want to talk about is
we have a bit of a race, baby.
Speaking of oppression, tonight we have a party. I'm joking. That's a joke.
I don't get it. What's the joke? What?
How we might feel at tonight's party.
Oppression, does that mean like dictatorship? Or like
oppression is like people who get put down. Yeah. Okay, people who are oppressed.
You'll do this.
Yeah, so we might be like that tonight. No, we won't be like that at tonight's party. Basically, tonight's party is a friend of ours, Declan. We've known him for years. Obviously, that's why today we have to do a bit of a shorter show, but we're keen to do it. And basically, we're having a couple of drinks before we go. We're not sure how many people are going to be drinking there. It's probably going to be a pretty dry party from that point of view, which is fine. You know, whatever. To each is their own. That's everyone else's.
We're still going to get drunk before we go, so that's the point.
Well, that's what I'm getting to is that we got to sort of have a bit of an acceleration period right now. So we're going to do a bit of a Ruski down party where we chug a couple of Ruskis. Are you okay to do that with me?
Yeah. So this is a good old-fashioned race, in my opinion. Whoever gets to the end.
Ah, should
Yeah.
there be a prize for the winner?
Because I know you really suck at what's the prize.
I can down.
No, you
I
can't.
can down when I need to. Dan can down.
These are Russian
Hashtag
beers, clearly,
Dan can
with
down.
the fucking star.
Yeah, the star. Da, 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 da. Whatever.
Is that Russian?
No, that's American, I think. What's
Russian? Is that Russian?
I
Russians.
can't fucking even think of the Russian thing, but
I don't know if you need
so
to
these
twist
are
it or...
to anyone who knows, this is like a cruiser, like that kind of, you know, those really like
yeah, this is
soft
literally
drink.
yeah, this is literally like heartburn in a
This
bottle.
is literally like lemonade flavored alcohol.
It doesn't taste like alcohol. It's literally 0.9 standards. So
Oh
it's
god!
not
And,
even
and by the way,
standard.
when I say lemonade flavored alcohol, I don't mean a shandy. Okay, that's a fucking guarantee.
Ooh.
Don't come at me,
Don't
Ruski.
play with his feelings like that.
All right, Brewski,
right, I'll open
get
you
these
up.
bad boys open.
Oh shit! I don't even know if it needs a.
Is it a
doesn't
twisty?
even
Oh, it
need
is a
it.
twisty. Okay, well,
Alright.
you can twist mine if you want.
Here's how we're gonna do it.
So
okay?
sweet, lovely.
We're gonna clink literally in the center, so not one of us is gonna be far away from each other.
What about Mario?
Yeah.
Are we gonna
press
have-
it, and then on the go? Oh yeah, true.
Oh, okay. I
Alright,
see what
now
you
that
mean.
makes more sense.
Yeah, okay. So we click it.
It's
So
the
basically,
First
we'll-
person to
we'll,
drink it and put it down.
Should we debut the sound to them, or should we just be a surprise?
Be a surprise.
All right. So basically, we're gonna play the sound. On the go sound, we will scull the drink, and we'll obviously see how long it takes. I love how we're both taking sips of our beer. Like,
Say, was it even smart to do that? I'm gonna say
I don't know. They're very easy to down.
to down it, to win it. Sorry,
Yeah.
you have to finish it and put your
Put it down.
bottle back. If you finish it
Okay.
at the same,
All right.
first person to do that.
Okay. Let's do this.
Hang on.
You trying to get ready? Well, you're doing a boogie, like
Yeah,
shaking your belly, making
good idea.
room. Yeah, it gives you a bit of
I'm gonna burp. Like,
shake your body, get
Right.
some space in the old gastric system.
does that actually work?
I don't know, maybe. I guess
Trying to
people,
make myself.
fat people probably do it for a reason, okay?
All right. I think I'm ready.
Okay. Who's
Right.
going to press the button?
Oh.
It's this one.
What we got.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it
Sorry.
worked. It worked.
What? Oh, yeah, it did work, yeah.
It worked. All right, you ready? Oh shit!
Yeah,
I'm not
okay.
ready for this.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm gonna stop laughing.
No, it's going to be okay. We can
can't
do
stop
this.
laughing.
All right, hit it.
All right, ready?
Yep. Oh my God.
That was a draw.
Wow.
That was oh, I'm sure if you did the what's that?
What,
thing
the
they do in
freeze
horse
frame?
racing?
Yeah, frame by frame.
Yeah, like in this is photo finish. I'm sure we had a photo finish.
The
That
thing
was
is,
pretty.
well, here's the thing. What would the photo finish be? Would it be slam on the table or whenever?
No, it was. That would be. That was.
I know we agreed on the slam on the table, but then you'd have people saying,
Well, he finished before him.
yeah, he just took longer to slam. So yeah, that
Well, I was pretty.
was a good effort. And that was, by the way, do you even feel that? Like, I know I burped, but
No, I'm glad you did.
that feels like nothing. Like that. I mean, that goes down like I don't want to say a treat because
A wet weekend.
well, and I tell this story in complete love, so don't
Oh no!
don't think this is. I'm
no.
not going to go deep
Are
into
you
this
telling
story.
this
I'm not going to
story?
tell deep into this story, but the dangers of cruises and Ruskis are well seen. For example, in our friend Declan, who's partied tonight, one of his first times drinking, he was drinking cruises, and he kept saying, "Oh, it goes down so easy. It goes down so easy." Look at you
I'm
shaking,
trying to.
shaking your
I feel like
body.
it needs to come out.
He was like down, and he was, "Oh, it goes down so easy. It's so easy." And then he kept doing it. He got just way too drunk, and this was like early days drinking, like 17, 18, and which is legal in Australia, by the way, for anyone international. He was, excuse me, so fucked up. He got in a bit. It wasn't a fight, but he got in like a verbal fight, and the night didn't end pretty. So, ladies and gents, if you're gonna party with Ruskis and cruisers, then take your time.
I was gonna say, we have 2 more, obviously. I mean, we're gonna do it anyway at the end.
I think we're gonna down 2
So-
more at the end, but I would say downing 2 at a time is probably the most. I would say don't down more than 2. That would be
you
my
mean
advice.
down? Yeah. At the same, yeah. But I was gonna say we can figure out who the winner is, I guess, at the end of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
episode.
Because well, to be fair, I mean, you've had what, a beer and a bit now,
This is my
and this
second
is my
can.
first beer.
That's all right. If this was the Olympics, I wouldn't have done. If this was
The
the
Beer
Beer
Olympics.
Olympics, I wouldn't have had a can before.
You would have really
We need to do the Beer
worked out
Olympics.
that. I know. Well, now that the actual Olympics are cancelled.
I have no friends
The Beer
outside
Olympics
of you
are gonna
and Mitch
have
to even get invited to a Beer Olympics, to be fair.
The
so.
Beer Olympics have to fucking make up the difference. You know what I mean? So I was trying to look for something.
That's okay.
That was a fail for me. I was trying to look for some
Sorry,
sound that would work, but yeah, I need
you like that,
I
though?
need you to give me another shot.
It's pretty cool. I don't know about you,
That's
but
a great
I got
sound
quite
effect.
into that. That was a bit scary. When
Yeah,
I
I
heard this,
know.
I was like,
I know you really feel it. You're like, oh
just trying
god,
to
oh god. I feel like that sound effect has been
Oh,
put
gosh.
into the consciousness of like
anxiety.
kids born in the
ridden, like-
90s or like just after the 90s. That is like fucking beast mode. Like that is you are getting ready to fucking rock. You know
We
what I
played
mean?
Mario Kart a lot in the last year, didn't we? We played it a lot. Quite a
Yeah,
lot.
without even it being fucking
Yeah,
quarantine or anything.
So I was just making sure we're recording.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
no,
used
no,
to.
good.
We even brought it down to Margaret River.
Yeah, we did actually. That was a fucking great time. Well, this perfectly brings us to our next, not segment, but next topic that I want to talk about. So basically, our Australian government, so we live in Australia, which is why we can drink when we're 18. Ha ha, America.
Hell yeah.
But basically, Australia has actually dealt with coronavirus very, very well. Obviously, coronavirus being the current pandemic plaguing the globe. And one thing that has been a good result of the fact that Australia has dealt with the virus so well, we've social distanced, we've flattened the curve. Obviously, some states have been better than others. We live in WA. WA's fucking killed it. It's been absolutely great. Obviously, part of that is because we're a less dense state. We have less people living here. Other states over east haven't done as well, but they've still managed to go pretty well. And the Australian government, the federal government, has just released a plan, which I can't remember. I think the plan is called something like the COVID Safe Plan or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's a 3-step.
And
I think
so it's a
called.
3-step plan to eventually basically open up all of the open up all of the businesses to the people. The government will stop forcing them to be shut down. And basically it's a 3-step plan that they're going to slowly open things. So I think the first thing is that so right now 10 people can meet in public. They're going to up it to like 10 people at a house. They're going to make 10 people able to go to like a cafe or a restaurant or something. So very slowly, then it's going to go up to like 50 people at a cafe,
Then 100.
50 people in public. And then eventually it's like 100 people is stage 3. And then I think after that, it's just, go wild and fucking, blow your brains out if you want to. But basically,
Yeah.
so the 3-step plan is a way for Australia to eventually get back to some kind of normal, to some kind of revived normal economy, normal way of living, just being able to go out to the pub and just fucking carry on, So that is really great. And it means that we actually can go down to the pub, they say, by July. And there was something about, because WA is a very big state and landmass wise, and there are during coronavirus, they separated it into 7 different areas. And I believe our area is not the same as Margaret River and like Albany and those sort of down south. And so I don't know, it's not really an every year kind of trip, but I kind of want it to be every year. Every winter.
Yeah, I think we've started it. I think we've planned it to
I
be.
think the idea is that every winter we plan to go
go to
down
Margaret
to
River.
Margaret River, which is like the
Well, we
local.
can still now.
It's like the Napa Valley. It's like the wine country
It'll
of
be even colder then.
WA. Well, that's the thing. Winter's probably not the best time to go, to be honest.
It
but
is though. It's so nice.
It's nice in the sense that it's nice.
nice.
It's nice in the evening when you have the pubs put on a fire, and I
That's
think
in the day
being
as
out in the
well.
rain, there's also something matey about. We go out together, we fucking brace the rain and the wind and all that shit. And last time we went, we nearly got fucking struck down by a tree
Yeah.
trunk.
Yeah,
that
we
I
did,
think we
yeah.
talked about this on the show. So that
Yeah.
was crazy. And one thing that's amazing, obviously, look, coronavirus is still hitting a bunch of countries. It's really fucking up the whole world. But we are nearly at a place where we, as Western Australians and as Australians, can actually go out and go on a little mini holiday, go on a local holiday. And I think that's going to be great.
Well, I reckon if it's in what July we're saying, we can probably get a bit more time off work.
Yeah,
then, 'cause
so
if
they
we're not gonna have a
basically-
holiday till July, and we haven't gone on one since December.
Yeah, they
That's like half
basically
the
have
year.
been saying that by July, things should be back to normal. Obviously, there might not ever be a normal, but, there will be no restrictions. Obviously,
Well, that'd be
we'll
7
see.
months since our last holiday if we go in July.
Well, and you know what though? I've been spending so much less money lately because I haven't been going to the pub. I haven't been Uber. I haven't need to Uber anywhere. you know, because
I Ubered twice in the last 24 hours.
Okay, but the Ubers
That's the first time I've
actually, no,
gone
sorry.
somewhere.
That's a lie, but I have been Ubering, but the only Ubers have been from your house to my house. So $7 Ubers, fucking
I had
$10
the nicest
max.
Uber driver this morning. He was so chatty and he was so nice. He was like this Chinese man. He lived in my era. But
Conor got an Uber home from a lady's house this morning.
I did, yeah. At 7 a.m.
Oh, wow.
At 7 a.m.
You guys were up till early morning.
I don't think I got to bed till like 2:30 though.
I'll tell you what
No.
keeps you up.
Shut up. That literally is not true, but okay.
I'm joking.
I'm just saying, like, he was a really nice man. He was like this Chinese man. He lived in my area. He was so sweet, but I was so tired. And I was
you
like,
just fucked, yeah.
but no, like, I do agree. Like, less money's been spent. You know
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
More money for the pub when we go back.
If that's
I love
true,
how it's dry July
excellent.
as well.
Yeah.
And it's going to be open the pubs in
It's
July.
going to be the wettest July in Australian history.
You're like, listen, okay, I know the pubs are opening, but if you just go an extra month.
Yeah, without even touching the booze.
That is, if you go.
I can't imagine
and
what
don't
it's going to
touch
be
it,
like
that
when
is
the
mad.
pubs fight. I was watching so our Prime Minister did a press conference and I was watching it and I tuned in at the perfect time because I tuned in, they had put out like a PowerPoint of the 3-step plan and I tuned in for the exact moment that a reporter asked the Prime Minister, of Australia.
Open?
Literally, that was the question. He said, the plan doesn't exactly specify nightclubs and pubs. Could you
Yeah.
be clear on when pubs will be open?
And the crowd's like, yeah.
yeah. All of Australia was like
Yeah,
at the TV, like, please give us the answer. You
Well,
know?
the pubs may open in July.
The pubs are just, the pubs have to open, man.
There's
They
a
have
roar
to.
of applause for the whole.
Yeah.
There's like a rumble.
It zooms out to space and you can the earth is shaking. Like, it's so
Literally,
good.
it's gonna be so. You literally just said before we start recording, like our opening night at the local is gonna be so.
Oh
good.
my God.
Everyone's gonna be gassed. Everyone's gonna be so drunk. We're gonna
Likely going to be
off
an
our
all-nighter,
chops.
morning,
100%.
sundowner, complete
100%.
complete wild shit.
I even said to mum,
Or it'll go the other way and we'll go so hard that we'll fucking pass out by like 10 p.m. Like,
Well, I was saying, like,
they'll be
Jack-
like, you've drunk 2 kegs and it's not even 10 p.m. And we'll be like, we'll be like,
Give me another shot.
they'll be saying, you've drank 2 kegs, and we'll say,
Give me another shot. Give me another shot.
You
Give me
had
another
2
shot.
cakes, and you're like,
Give me another shot.
do you reckon it'll like stay open until later? Do you know on New
the
Year's
pubs.
Day?
Yeah, I
always
think
stay
so.
up?
I would think so, yeah.
It's the one time a year the pub stay open
Till
down
after
there
12,
past
yeah.
12.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how much money they're gonna make?
Oh my God, bro. Well,
I'll just throw my wallet and be like, just take it.
Yeah.
Just take it.
You know what?
It's yours.
It's better in your hands tonight.
All my cards.
It'll be safer with
my-
you tonight.
Just take it and just take a cake. It's gonna be so.
Dude,
good
we
luck getting
actually,
a
you know
chair,
what? We have to be
honestly.
down there because I reckon there's huge odds that at least someone, probably more than once, will say, all right, everyone in the bar,
Drinks
around on
on
me. I would be surprised, honestly.
I've always wanted to go in and be like, drinks on us, everyone.
All right, everyone.
Do you ever reckon sometimes they do that and then the guy just walks off and doesn't pay?
Yeah, possibly.
It's
Yeah.
like-
well, I would think they would charge it first and then give the drinks out.
You'd hope so. Either that or it's like a tab.
I feel like that's only something you do in a small pub, though, not our local. Our
Right.
local's got quite a few people.
Bro, that'd be like fucking 10 grand.
Oh
Bro,
my
like,
God, for the
fucking
whole
hell.
pub? Jesus.
I'm very
But-
excited though. I am very excited.
No, I think it's going to be great. I think it's great. But I will say, though, I will add that, one thing I'm very grateful about is that I don't feel like it's too early. I think... Well, if we're talking about America, then we're definitely...
Yeah, that is
Because I don't know
sad.
if you've heard about America, but they've actually...
sucks.
Well, here's the controversy about America, is many states in America are actually moving to reopen in the same way that before we're reopening. Australia is not even talking about properly reopening until July. And America, some states are opening now, like this month.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm
That's
100%
fucked.
serious. I'm 100% serious. Places like Georgia, I think Florida, some other states are like,
Which
which
is Trump's doing.
I think so. I think it's kind of Trump's doing, but I think it's more the American mindset of like, I have a right to be
The coronavirus
to go shopping.
is a myth.
No, I think it's more they're saying that they have a right to like go to work and go out shopping. And here's the
If
thing,
I
though.
get it, I get it. It's not the end of the world.
I don't like grandma anyway.
Do you know how many people die of the common cold? That's right.
But that's the thing. I mean, I feel like,
Mitch.
you know, look, here's the thing. I do understand why they want to reopen, because the government's response in America has been so shit. They haven't given them money. They haven't been able to provide them with unemployment income. I've read about some people in America are phoning unemployment for like 60, 100 times a day just to enroll on unemployment. Like, their full-time job basically is trying to become unemployed.
Jesus.
How crazy is that? They're unemployed, and because of Corona, no one's hiring, so they can't get a job. So what do? Okay, I want to go on unemployment, which is my right. You know, unemployment is a benefit they provide to everyone who's unemployed. I want to get a little bit of money, which they should be getting because of fucking Corona, and it's taking months. Some people have been looking for a month and they still haven't been able to even enroll in unemployment. It is completely fucked. And so I understand why some American citizens look at it and they say, I want to go back to work because I have no other way of making money. Here in Australia, they've been, you know, look, there have been lines at Centrelink and all that stuff, and that's been sad to see. But by and large, I haven't seen many stories about tons of people just being turned away. And, you know, people have been able to get the money. Excuse me. I had a fucking late Ruski burp. People have been able to get the money that they need. Maybe not right away. Maybe not exactly when they needed it, but it's been there. It's been able to come. You know, there is a safety net here. And I think that's why we're happy to wait till July, because we're saying, well, look, people unemployed are getting their job seeker. They're getting their job keeper. You know, the job keeper's been good as well, because it's been keeping people on payroll.
Yeah.
And so Australians are pretty happy to say, yep, let's wait till July. But America, they're saying, you know, let's open now because I need to fucking go to work or else my family's going to starve. They have to choose between risking their life working and getting coronavirus and dying, or not working and getting poor and starving to death because they can't afford food, you know? So it's a terrible choice that they have to make. And so I understand why they're opening up. But my point being, it's not safe. They're opening up before coronavirus has left their state. And at least here in Australia, the timeline of opening up is safe. It's ready. It's, you know, we have flattened the curve. We have really put this thing down. In WA, there haven't been any new cases for like a week and a half. There have been 0 new cases.
I think out of 9 days, 8. I think there was a case yesterday. I think out of 9 days, 8's been free of any. We went a whole 8 days without a single case.
It's crazy. It's crazy. We went over a week with no new cases.
Yeah,
and
there was one yesterday.
That's why. That's in a WA. The other states have had, but our state specifically, it's been great, you know? So I can understand.
Yeah, but we've got to remember we are going into winter now.
That is true. That is true. But
it's definitely
here's the thing, though. Here's the difference. I was talking to Kath about this the other night. If any state in America went for 8 days without a recorded virus, there would be protests saying, why didn't we open 2 weeks ago? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas we have no cases for 8 days and we say, okay, that's looking good. Let's open in fucking July. Let's open in a month and a half.
This almost feels like the carrot dangling over our eyes. It's like, well,
yes,
keep up the good work.
We're nearly there. We're just about to get there.
It's not next month, but it's near.
It is close. Yeah, it is close.
It is like that. You know, keep up the good work. And I think Australia's been. I've been very proud of Australia for a lot.
I've been so proud. I've been very happy.
It's easy to
and
point
also
the finger
we're lucky.
At, like, the
we're
government.
lucky.
Oh no, we are. Like, that is a huge part of it. But I think, you know, it is easy to point the finger at the government. And my mum's definitely been doing that with her job. But I think I've got to hand it to like Scott Morrison, and like I've also got to hand it to Mark McGowan. I'm like, I think they've been doing a really good job.
Mark McGowan, I think, has been. Well, I don't know about the other premiers' responses, but from what I've seen, I know New South Wales, their premier has been shit.
Really?
A little bit, yeah. She she let some cruise liner port in their city, and that sent a bunch of cases out.
Yeah,
they were doing.
Those all the ones that came in the Freo for us.
Well, there was this whole controversy, and I don't know fully about it, so I don't want to talk about it if I don't know fully. But there was some controversy about they were going to fine people if they saw them going out to get food or something. You know, some guy was like walking with a burrito or some shit, and they
I heard about that. He was going for a jog, and then he
something like
he lied
that.
And said, "I was on a jog."
It was something like that.
Did you see Mark
It was in New South Wales,
and he was like laughing. He was
and
like,
that's what I mean. Yeah,
if you are going for a run and happen to stop at the kebab shop,
yeah,
well, that's how he. Yeah, that's how he covered it up. He was like, No, I was doing fitness.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So that's why I'm saying other states have not reacted as good as I think WA has. I think WA has been great. I think Mark McGowan's been great. I think Scott Morrison has been good insofar as like he's just followed what the scientists said. And to be honest, that's all you need. You just got to say, you know what? That's what they
Trump
fucking say.
Like, numbers,
Yeah, Trump is like,
I don't want to hear that.
You know what the scientists won't tell you? To drink bleach. But I'm the guy who'll tell you what you need to hear.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
It is unbelievable. Well, and here's the double whammy to that. You know, I said a lot of those states are reopening. One state I think opened on, I think it was just the most recent Friday or the Friday before, and this was the grand reopening of the state. They'd been shut down. They were, all stores are allowed to operate, and I think obviously this was just one store, so maybe other stores had more business. But there was this one store, and I saw they literally said over the whole weekend they had 2 customers, and the reason is because people know that it's not safe.
Yeah.
So it's like you can reopen the economy all you want.
Yeah.
But people know that it's not safe to go out. Well, that's why, there have been people in America pointing to, I think, Sweden because Sweden hasn't shut down at all. Sweden's kept everything open. But the difference is that in Sweden, everyone is staying home, so they don't have to shut down. Do you get what I mean? Like,
I like Sweden.
What, you like Midsummer?
I'm just saying they seem like really nice people, and they just seem to be handling this.
Sweden's been great.
You never hear Swedish has done this or has done that or
controversy. The Swedish government
they've never done anything shitty. They just seem like nice people.
No, they do.
Except for obviously in Midsummer.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's a specific Swedish commune.
Yeah,
but
I'm just saying it seems like a beautiful place, and no one ever does anything wrong.
That's the thing is that a lot of people in America are pointing at Sweden and saying, "Well, they didn't have to shut down, and they've been fine." But the difference is that in Sweden, everyone just followed the rules.
They followed the fucking rules,
and they said, "We will stay home." Yes, we will. Like they didn't have to force anyone because they just followed the guidelines. Whereas in America, people aren't going to take action unless they're forced to. And that's just the sad truth, And maybe that's a consequence of like this, freedom, being so free and so able to do whatever you want. Fuck the government. I can do everything I want. Okay, that's great. And you have that. But honestly, this coronavirus is showing the sometimes downside of having so much freedom is that when you have so much freedom, you know what? It's going to make the fucking virus spread.
This is the
virus loves freedom so much because it's has the freedom to spread from cunt to cunt in like barbecues and bars and all this stuff. You know what I mean?
That's not how it does. Like people are like, oh, let's get everyone together now and
100%.
Let's have a party or something. And it's like,
that's the thing. I mean, could you imagine if the pubs opened? Look, I mean, if the pubs opened today, yes, there'd probably be a lot of people going. But let's say if the pubs had opened 2 weeks ago, you probably wouldn't even have full capacity because there would be people who wouldn't be comfortable going,
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing. Waiting. I think as much as I'm obviously upset the pub is opening in like a month and a half, I feel like that's enough time for people to be like, okay, well, I mean, my stress and anxiety of the virus have definitely gone down since when it first happened. And imagine a month and a half. If the cases keep, fingers crossed,
going down,
by the time the pubs open and everything opens, everyone will be feeling a lot better. If it opened now,
totally.
I would be a bit like Larry. I'd be like, with everybody. But like,
you'd be a bit...
In a month and a half, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, totally. That's the thing. I think the timeline is good, and I really think that
God forbid the guy, you know how like, there's when you drink, especially you sneeze a lot. Could you imagine you get at the pub every 2 seconds?
That's true.
Everyone's like,
that's the thing. It's funny because I haven't been doing
it for a while.
I think it must be something to do with
keg.
I think it must be something to do with like beer that comes from a pub. Yeah, I think I have some kind of mild allergy or something. Maybe to what? Because surely they'd have to put more preservatives or some shit.
My dad has it too. It's the most annoying thing.
So
he's much more louder and exaggerated.
Well, he's lost his inhibitions.
It's almost like a fucking scream before that.
My dad sneezes like that just whenever he sneezes. Even for a normal sneeze, my dad's like,
I swear, like sometimes I'm
like, Jesus Christ, Dad, what's wrong?
He's like, I just sneezed without your eyes closed, so I always exaggerate and go. You do.
No, but that's the thing. I sneeze.
So
I try to stop it. I try to like.
I know you're always like, I'm sorry,
and it just doesn't work.
I'm sorry.
No, I am, and I just fucking
you
do
imagine
it.
doing
But
that, though?
that's the thing. I must be slightly allergic. But the thing is, that's funny. Is it? I always sneeze after maybe a pint and a half or like 2 pints. I sneeze for like 10 minutes, and then if I drink through it, it goes away. It's very strange.
You just sneeze, and it's like, imagine doing that.
It's always on like the second or third pint because 8 pints in, I wouldn't fucking sneeze for a mile. Do you know what I
8
mean?
pints.
It's like,
That sounds like a good night for me.
oh God, 8 pints. Don't fucking tempt me.
What was that night I had?
I miss it.
What was it? Was it with you, Mitch, when we just had like 8 pints on like
Wow.
a Tuesday night?
Oh, we do. Yeah.
I just felt like absolute ass. I love that though. I miss just going down after work,
Bro,
and having a. We
I
had
do
Wednesday
fucking miss
beers,
that,
heaps. You know that.
Where
was
are
really
the
fun.
Wednesday beers at, man? That's fucking. I'm devastated.
Yeah, it's on rain check at the moment.
It's gonna have to wait. No, but I do agree with you though. In terms of if I went and I was sneezing, I couldn't imagine how many different people at the pub would be like,
They would, Larry.
"What's this fucking guy doing?"
I mean, maybe we were at KFC and that guy sneezed 3 times. And
Oh
by the way,
my
he
God.
didn't say any. He wasn't like, "Oh, sorry, guys." Like he just.
Yeah, he just.
He's wearing like.
And actually,
pajama
multiple
bottoms
people
and-
looked at him like,
Yeah, and he was just like,
"Is this fucking guy serious?"
he didn't give a shit. And then apparently he complained about his food later on. He just sounded
Oh,
like
he
a
was a
fucking
twat,
asshole.
yeah.
Let's be real. Like, I'm excited though for it to open. And the like river trip will be insanely
will be
fun.
great.
It'd be really cold. I'm sorry you got a problem with that, but it'd be really.
No, I think the
really
cold's nice. I'm
cold.
just pointing it out. I'm just saying
Yeah,
that.
but imagine, you know what's nothing's nicer than being in a fucking cold ass weather and then going into a warm pub, taking off your jacket,
Having a good old fire.
having a whiskey or something,
Oh, okay, that is nice.
and then just having the warmth of the whiskey, and then going outside to get a bit of
Sitting
fresh
in
air.
pub, waiting for it to all blow over. I love
Bro,
that.
something about sitting. Have you ever had like a? I don't know what it's called, but have you ever had one of those like warm wines?
Oh yeah,
I don't,
yeah.
is it called a mead? I might be wrong.
Possibly, yeah,
If you have like a warm wine,
yeah.
it's they do it. Oh shit! Sorry.
I'll block that. Yeah,
Not
don't
that,
worry.
sorry.
Don't worry.
They do it, but they do it at
Our local.
our local. Yeah. I do ADR at, it's like my local. You ADR me.
Ah.
Yeah, they do have the local. Yeah, sorry about that. Jimmy, a show
you're
time.
right. No, you're right. I got it.
Yeah, they do it local at winter. But if you sit down in the freezing cold outside in like a really warm, like warmed up with your clothes, and you drink this like warm wine,
Yep.
and you can see your breath through like the cold
Oh,
air,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
drinking,
yeah.
and like the steam is going off the wine, and you drink it. I swear to God, those are beautiful moments. Remember we went to that pub and we just got talking
100%.
to those lovely people?
That was amazing.
And
it was raining outside.
Did I tell you?
Beautiful.
Did I tell you?
No, give me an
That-
update.
So we bumped into like, what was it, 6 people?
Yes.
Or was it like 4 people?
In Margaret River last year,
Was it
we
4
bumped
people?
into.
I think it was 4.
No, it was one couple.
They were all
I
couples.
think it was 6. Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
6 because I think it was 3 couples. Yeah.
We all just
Or
ran
maybe it was 2 couples. Maybe it
Well,
was 2
we went to this beautiful pub. It was the Beer Farm.
Yes.
And
Oh,
it was
wonderful
it was
place.
so cold. It was raining. Everyone was inside.
Beautiful place, and I definitely intend
Well,
to
you
give
went-
them some money because can you imagine how shit they've been through?
I
this
know.
But
That's
anyway,
why I
yeah,
want
yeah.
to go to Margaret River.
Totally, 100%.
Well, it was
agree.
you've been at Easter and you'd been in the fields. You were like, we should go here and drink in the
That's
fields.
right.
and we
I'd been
couldn't
there
'cause it'd
the
been
weekend
raining.
before. Yeah.
Like it'd been raining, so like we can't. And we were inside, and because so many people were inside, we saw this tiny ass table, and there was like a girl kind of leaning on it.
It was the classic. I think. Oh
But-
yeah, no, she was already leaning on it. No, I was gonna say like
Yeah.
we both went and then we were like,
Yeah, but that-
should we share it? And we shared
no,
the table.
no. I think she was already there, but
yeah,
like
she was already there.
her
yeah.
boyfriend was getting drinks, and you know,
We sort of just said, hey, do you mind if we share this?
I do
half?
remember, you know, you're always so into that. And I'm like, nah, Dan, don't. She can have it. And you're like, no, we should.
let's just
we
share.
should share. Like, you're
Hey,
so.
girl, what's wrong with that?
He's so into that. He's always like, oh, what if we just sat down with those people at the pub? And I'm like, no, let's not do that. But anyway, you were right, because we said to this girl, like, can we just have.
Gary.
I disagree with you. I remember
Carry
just saying, yeah, we went to that girl and we were just like, hey, can we sit here? And she was like, yeah, of course. And we got talking to her, and then her boyfriend came, and a couple of other people came with their like partners, and
Yeah, it was great.
we
It
spoke to
was
them for a
great.
good hour or 2 hours.
No, it was.
It was so beautiful. Anyway, it was in like March or something ridiculous this year, and I was in the city at the
yeah?
Globe.
Oh, you ran into them.
One of the guys came up to me and he was like, Connor. And I was like,
Hey,
I genuinely didn't remember him.
that's fucking great.
And he
That's
was like,
awesome.
it's me from Margaret River. And I was like, my man, how you going? And I'm like, shit, yeah.
See,
he
that is
had a
beautiful.
haircut.
That is
He
beautiful.
had quite long hair. I don't remember they were
Yeah,
saying
he
they were
did.
growing
he
their
did.
hair out
Yeah,
for some
yeah,
dare.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Oh,
like-
really?
They were saying they're growing their hair out, and it's whoever cuts their hair first.
Oh, you were saying at the time they
Yeah,
had
remember
that.
they said
Yes,
we're all
yes.
growing our
I
hair
do
out,
remember
whoever
that. I
cuts
do
it
remember that.
first
Yeah, they
has
had
to-
that hell long ass hair. Yeah,
Had
yeah,
to pay
yeah,
someone's rent for a month or some shit like that. And he had hell long ass hair at the time, so his hair was hell short now. And then I was like, sorry, do I know you? And he
So
was
what?
like,
Just before Corona started, you saw him.
yeah, this is when I went to that
Wow, that's
first
awesome.
female AFL game.
Oh, you saw? Yeah, you never told me about that. You never told me that you saw him there. That's great.
That's funny. I thought I did.
No, that's
but
awesome.
for some reason, I must have in my memory thought I was with you, but I wasn't. I was with Mitch.
Oh, I see. I
was with Mitch. Yeah.
That's so cool. I love
yeah,
that.
yeah. So I ran into him. No, just stuff like that. Some beautiful moments.
That's
that we
exactly the
shared
kind of shit that you miss with
pubs.
with coronavirus. That's the
Yeah.
kind of stuff you get when
That
you
human
get to
connection.
be social. It's beautiful. It
That
really is.
human
And
connection.
there are so many people, there are so many friends like Liv and her boyfriend, like people that I'm friendly
I'm
with.
literally just talking to Liv right now.
That I'm friendly with and I want to see
shit.
more, hang out with. But, it's kind of like this whole virus thing has sort of forced you to say, okay, who are my essential friends? And that's who I'm going to see,
Yeah,
And you
unfortunately, yeah.
unfortunately, you don't get to see those people who you actually like seeing, but because they're not on that essential list, you don't get to see for a couple months.
Yeah, last night was the first time in ages I actually sat down at a table with human beings who aren't you
This is
or
how
Mitch.
I went.
That's literally, I was Adam last night.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'm so groggy from last night. But
Well,
should we move on? Because we got
yes,
a long
because
show.
I wanted to. Yes, sorry, we do have to move on. I want to tell a little story.
Yeah, go on.
And then you've got a bit of a story to tell, so I'll go to the toilet while you tell your story. But
What story have I got to tell?
just about the tweet downs with Moth and.
Oh, you want me to talk about that now?
No. I want to tell my story
Oh, yeah,
first,
go ahead.
and then you tell
You
that.
said you needed a toilet, don't you?
Coming up on the show. Yeah, I'll go to the toilet after I tell my story.
Okay,
So
go ahead,
basically, I'll get up.
Let's
I'll
go.
see if I can get up a couple of photos.
This is how I went.
Basically,
Go on, Dan. Let's go.
today is Saturday, and on Friday I finished work, and I was, I came home, and basically, I wanted to show
context.
my. I'm getting up some photos. So basically, what happened was, I was coming home from work. I had low petrol, and at the moment, petrol is very, very cheap, right? It's about like 80 to 90 cents a liter.
No one's got anywhere to go.
Which, by the way, just fun fact, the last time I remember it being below $1 was in 2016. And the reason I remember was because I was in year 12, and for some reason we were going to a shop. I won't say the name of the shop. And we drove past the shop, and the petrol station had literally lines around the block because for some random reason, fuel was 95 cents that day. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe some world leader had been killed or some shit. But for some reason, fuel was really cheap. There were lines around the block. And that was the last time it was below $1. And now for the last month, it's been fucking 90 cents, 85 cents, crazy low. And so I've been able to fill my car up once every 2 weeks. I normally fill my car up once a week because I do a lot of driving for work. And at the moment, I've been filling my car just about once every 2 weeks. But because I'm still driving a little bit, my car gets really low on the Friday before I need to fill up. And so on yesterday, I was driving home from work and I knew my car had very, very few kilometers left. So I thought to myself, okay, maybe if I can drive all the way home, I'll have enough, because I live close to a petrol station. If I have enough fuel,
right, I see.
if I have enough fuel when I get home to drive to the petrol station on Monday, because I don't drive on the week, or at the moment I'm not driving on the weekends because we have nowhere to
drove
drive
today?
to. I drove to pick you up, but that's 2 kilometers away. You know what I mean? So I just thought if I could wait till Monday, I'd have enough. I'd be able to get cheaper fuel. Bob's your uncle, all good. I can just fill up a full tank. Basically, what happened was I drove all the way home from where I was working, and literally, as I pulled into my car park, I lined up and I was about to reverse into my garage. Literally, as I was reversing into my garage, and my car fucking chugged to a stop, and I'd ran completely out of petrol.
Did you push it in?
No, okay, so here's where the story gets crazier. So I'd completely ran out of fuel for my car. And I was like, fuck, I've run out of fucking petrol. And so I'm out of petrol. But when I turn the car on, or when I try to turn it on, it's kind of like it's still propelling itself a little bit. So I do that, and because I live really close to a petrol station, I won't say where, but and I was trying to like reverse. I won't show this photo actually because it kind of reveals where I
was going to say, that's hilarious.
There we go. That photo is fine. So basically, I tried to get close to the petrol station. I got about 10 meters away from my house, and you know where I had to park just there in front of the building.
Yeah.
Literally 10 meters away from my house. I'll show you when we walk to Declan's. But basically, what I had to do was I had to get out of my car, walk to the petrol station, buy a jerry can.
That was I didn't want to spoil that, so I was going to say.
So today when we went to get our drinks, Conor went to put the drinks in the boot, and in the boot there was a jerry can. So I was like, oh, that's a spoiler for today's show.
So why didn't you just leave your car in your garage and then go?
Because I thought possibly I would be able to chug it along all the way to the petrol station.
You didn't know you could buy a jerry can there, is that?
No. I just thought maybe I could chug the car along all the way to get to the petrol station.
Why didn't
and
you
then
just
fill it up?
go and get a jerry can and bring it home?
Well, because I thought I could save some money on the jerry can.
Fucking hell.
So then anyway, I decided
how much is a jerry can?
It was like $18.
Okay, that's pretty expensive.
Which is a bit expensive, but I mean, look, it's probably good to have a jerry can in general. So
what are you
whatever.
Use it for?
Well, I was gonna say that's how I was gonna try and link it. I was gonna say, well, if we go to Margaret River, we should have an extra 5 liters of.
Oh, fuck off! When does that ever happen?
No, it wouldn't. But
no, that's you. That's the smart thing. That's something Declan would do.
There you go. Thinking ahead.
What
folks.
would Deck do?
WWDD. Basically, so I had to. So this is where I'll show the actual fucking thing. So I had
That's a good
to.
photo. I like that.
How does this fucking work again?
I like that photo.
Where's the? Am I doing the right? Oh no, wrong one. There we go. So basically, I had to buy a fucking this thing, which is a fucking jerry can, and I skateboarded to my car. Oh, I don't want to actually show. Let me make sure these photos are safe to show the audience because there you go. That's not safe, but this one's okay. This one's okay. So then this one,
little plastic.
So this is my little car. You can't see the fucking. The license plate or anything, but that was my car. Like I said,
what model it is.
I was sort of parked there, and basically, I had to plug it in, and I got the whole thing there. So I put it in, and literally, like, I filled it up 5 liters. It had 5 liters max, which was like $5 because fuel was like 99 cents. And yeah, I filled up the car, and then I just drove it home.
Well, that's what people do when there's like, you said there was that insanely cheap fuel. People will fill their car up, and then they'll bring jerry cans with them. And they'll fill up the jerry cans.
Although I will say, I've always thought that that's kind of a viable thing to do. But that being said, like I said, this jerry can cost $18 and it's only 5 liters, which is $5 of fuel, which is, look, it's for my
It'll
car.
probably get you out of a sticky situation.
For my car, it was 90 kilometers or so because I have like the kilometer thing. So, but my car is very fuel efficient. So for a less fuel efficient car, 5 liters of fuel is probably going to be
chews up
75, maybe
mine's a
even
4x4, so
65 kilometers. So it's going to help you for sure to get out of a tight spot. But is it going to help you that much? I don't know. So
yeah,
anyway, I
went to a petrol
story.
station yesterday, and I pulled up and I was sitting there, and I was pressing it for like 2 minutes, and this American, she was beautiful by the way.
Oh yeah,
American girl comes out, and I was like, doing the old, am I dreaming? Because I was hell tired. And she was like, hey. And I'm like, hi. Me? Like, I'm actually been started pouring. I'm like,
yeah.
Me? Like,
little old me, huh?
She was like, I'm sorry, but that one isn't working. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, do you mind going over there? I'm like,
they didn't have the old out of order sign.
Yeah, of course. And then she came out, and then she came out, and then she went and put the little out of order sign.
This is how I went.
I was literally like, I was driving, I was like, I love Americans and Canadians. They're so beautiful. They're such lovely people.
I know you do.
Unfortunately, Dan knows a little. Unfortunately, he does. You do know a little too well.
I have
how
information.
Much. You know a little too well. All I'm saying
but
is,
what do you think? Well,
bed.
Because I told my dad about this petrol story, right? And he was like, well done, you bloody idiot.
I've never done the whole. I've been so close, but
run out of fuel.
Yeah, my dad's been driving the Stag, and it's still in the old. Actually, it was ironically like you, kind of just holding into.
The thing is, what annoyed me, and this is what I should have done. I drove home thinking that I could park my car there for the weekend, and then at the end of the weekend, I could go get fuel. If I had driven straight to the petrol station near my house, I would have been fine. So I think.
But when do you not use your car on the weekend?
It was no, it wasn't that. It was just my cockiness of saying, I want the Monday prices, not the Friday prices.
I never checked the fuel price. I don't know check the fuel prices once.
It was my fucking cheap ass that then ended up having to buy a jerry can, so it didn't matter anyway.
I haven't checked the fuel prices once, ever in my life. And everyone says that's dumb, and it probably is. But I'd never have.
You know what? I don't got time for that shit.
I just like going to the same one every time.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Not that one, the one furthest away.
No, but do you go on a certain day though, is what I more mean.
Oh. I put $15 in every time I need it. $15 and that's it. Sometimes 20.
I love it.
Do you know what I do? I use $15.
Simple. How it should be.
I know a Red Bull is $5. So I put $15 of fuel in and then I get a Red Bull. $20.
Look at
I have
that.
to fuel up every maybe once a week.
That's brilliant. I love that story. That's amazing.
Really?
That's
that
great.
interesting?
That makes me smile. Yeah.
Are you serious?
I just love that.
Pretty boring.
That's the most wholesome shit I've heard.
That's the most Conor thing ever. $15
it is.
in. I don't care how much I get.
No, I can just imagine you as a fucking like grandpa saying to your grandkids, they're like, Dad, Grandpa, how do we fill up my car? Now listen, every time you go, you get 15 of fuel, 5 of Red Bull.
It's like the gusset, and you got enough for a bus
and this is
ride
like
home.
yeah. This will be like in 2050, and they'll be like, Dad, a Red Bull is $20, and you'll be like, oh fuck.
Okay, you don't get fuel.
Is inflation? Yeah, it's like don't get fuel.
Buy a Red Bull. And it's so I've been trying to cut back on that whole Red Bull thing.
The Red Bull, yeah, trying to cut back on fuel.
Yeah, the Red Bull stays.
Red Bull is fuel for you.
Yes, especially in the morning. I love smacking a Red
All right,
Bull.
well, I'm going to have a quick little waz because I want to be able to skull these
we should probably go soon.
Ruskis in full form. But yeah, so tell us about the tweet downs, and I think that's probably going to be... Yeah, tell us about the tweet downs, then we'll talk about the Unedged show, and we'll wrap up the show. So.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
When Dan goes to the toilet.
Let's do this.
All right, so are you ready, guys? Let's do this. So, Stephen Moffat and Rusty Davis actually joined Twitter this year. They are. I was getting to that, you fucking twat. You're not here. Go away.
I disagree.
Yes. I literally was about to say, you're such a twat. Shut up. They were previous writers of Doctor Who. Russell T. Davis wrote series 1 to 4 and the specials, and Stephen Moffat wrote series 5 to 10. And basically, they're the old writers of Doctor Who. They had a really, good place in my heart. I think they were great writers. I do prefer Russell's era because it's just a nostalgia aspect. But because they're the ones kind of locked down, especially in England and stuff, which is where these writers live, and it's obviously where the show is filmed, and it's a very British show. It's notorious for being a British show. And they've been doing these tweet-alongs, which you must have seen a lot. Like James Gunn did one. There's pretty much every single day it's a tweet-along. Where pretty much what do you mean? No, I'm saying James Gunn did the 2 Guardians movies. I'm pretty sure there was a Rick and Morty one the other day. No, basically what people are doing now, even IGN and stuff are being okay, we'll all sit down as friends of the office, not the show. They get the people from the office and they sit down. Not the show. Not their community, not the show.
Not the show community.
Jesus Christ. And then, they get everyone together and they kind of just sit down and watch it.
Yeah, I love it.
They've been doing this with Doctor Who episodes, and then they've done Heaven Sent. They've done the one this week was they go on the Fireplace, which is such a beautiful episode. I even tweeted about it.
Oh, Madame de Pompadour.
Madame de Pompadour, yeah.
The original title.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's so cool about it. They release little things that are so fun. They release the original
yes,
script
I have actually
pages,
seen. I've seen outside of just Doctor Who, I've seen every different show has had all these really cool. I showed you that Simpsons thing the other week.
Yeah.
All these different shows have released different tidbits and behind the scenes looks at shows, and you're like, wow, this is amazing. And these people are just releasing it because they're bored and they know everyone else is bored.
So I was going for the attic the other day and I found this. Yeah, because we were talking about, I sent to the group chat the Case and I Stack Copycats, which has me, Dan, and Aiden Green Productions in it for another show.
Shout out.
I sent him the photo of a very interesting. I love stuff like this, by the way. It's the most boring thing if you think about it, but it's so interesting. It was the original list of episode titles. Well, they were
that's right,
titles.
Yes.
And
so
also the episode
from season 2 of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
They had what it would have been was they would have probably had probably even scripts for the episodes. But
No,
what
I think they had because they had the writers on it.
yeah, so what it would have been was it would have been like probably not even titles, but just rough descriptions of the episode. So Madame de Pompadour,
Yeah.
old friends.
Well, yeah.
What was the
basically a
one
lot-
body swap? Was
Yeah, some of them were. They had. It's funny that it said Army of the Ghosts Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah, so some of them were alternate titles. Though.
and obviously
Yeah,
Part 2
yeah.
is Doomsday, but they
But
kept Army
maybe,
of
but
Ghosts.
if you think about it, maybe Army of the
Oh, I
Ghosts.
love the Doctor.
Oh God. So Army of the
That
Ghosts.
is such a working title.
Army of the Ghosts is in regards to the episode. What's the actual episode called?
It is Army of Ghosts.
It is Army of the Ghosts.
That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
So that was their name all along.
The Part
Okay.
2 is Doomsday.
But what I'm saying is possibly the reason they called it that is so that it wouldn't leak that it was a Dalek episode. The
Yes,
Daleks, so
yes.
that there is ways to kind of keep secrets on these shows that they probably.
Well, that's-
but it's also what was interesting to me was also to see the order that they were originally going to air the episodes in, because that's another thing.
Interesting.
Because
That's what I was going to say. There's different episode order.
obviously, we're no latecomers to show business. We understand that you got to order a show, you got to have structure, you got to have shit, in a show. But that also goes to like seasons of a show and episodes. And I do think the placement of episodes in a season of a show or a series or whatever is actually very important. You've got to have the right season premiere and the finale.
That's the thing. I
and-
feel like on the whole set list, if you will, it was originally called Pompadour, which is Girl in the Fireplace. It was originally going to be episode 1.
which is a beautiful episode, by the way.
Amazing episode. It works so
of Doctor-
well. I think it's
'cause
episode 7.
By the way, so if anyone's they probably left if they didn't know Doctor Who, but Doctor Who's like a time traveling show. They go through
Yeah.
history, and obviously some of it is more wacky and sci-fi, but some of it, I think some of the episodes that to me are some of my favorites are the ones where it's actually a historical. Sometimes it's not always a historical figure, but when they go in on the history part, the Madame de Pompadour stuff, all the French props and art design, all that
So
stuff. I love that.
interesting.
It's
And even
amazing.
Stephen was saying he pushed for a lot of stuff. BBC were like,
But I
no,
believe
the
is
budget.
Madame de Pompadour a real person? Yeah, she
Yep.
is. Yeah, so it's a real. I like that when
Her
they do
death at the
historical
end
things.
is insanely accurate.
Yeah, and they have well, okay,
So
the episode with
beautiful,
they do an
man.
episode with Agatha Christie, and it's a bit ridiculous, but it's fun. It's a fun episode.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the Man the Pompadour is definitely a much
Very, very heartfelt. yeah.
just the Girl in the Fireplace is brilliant. But yeah,
Also,
originally
a
it was
shout
gonna
out
be
to the episode
one,
with
so-
Vincent Van Gogh. That's an amazing episode.
Yeah,
too.
Vincent the Doctor. That's another one that's really great. It was originally gonna be episode 1, and even Stephen was saying that
Even
just didn't
Stevens?
sit well with me because I was like, it can't be number 1 because it's so
Yeah,
different.
100%.
And I love that, and I think it's such.
Yeah, if you have a premiere of a
some of
season,
Murray's best work as well, can I say?
yeah, a season premiere of any show, even if it's a really serialized show, I feel like the season premiere always has to be like a regular episode.
Well, no, Moffat described it as like a popcorn blockbuster, and I was like, yeah, that works. Like,
the season premiere has to be.
He's like, the series premiere has to be a
Yes.
popcorn blockbuster.
Yes, definitely. I feel like the season premiere has to be a special episode, but not so special that it's different from every other episode. Does that make sense? Like all the episodes that are totally different and like really wacky concepts, like Blink or whatever, or any episode that just goes out of the blue.
I know, yeah.
That has to be in the middle of a season or like towards the end of the season. But a season premiere has to be big and explosive, but it has to feel familiar, that's the special part.
We give
of
him
it.
so much shit, but Moffat is such a good writer.
He knows
When
his
he
shit.
knows
He does.
what-
He
I
knows.
love-
He knows
I love
TV.
it.
Let me just put it that way.
I love what he said when he
The Doctor Who fandom is very.
Oh god, don't get me started.
Well, some of them is toxic, but whatever. A lot of them, they're just very particular about who they like and who they dislike.
Yeah, one of the last things I'll say is I love what he said on the Heaven Sent one he did, which is, in my opinion, probably the best episode of Doctor Who ever. I think it's the closest to flawless.
I disagree.
Really?
No, I don't. I just wanted to.
Bro,
I think Heaven
you
Sent
should
is.
see my face when you rewatch that. To me,
I disagree.
To me, it is written, directed, acted, and just the score.
That's Rachel Talalay, isn't it?
Oh god, she's so good.
Absolutely brilliant.
She's
yeah.
so good.
No, that's the thing. I think there are very few episodes of any TV show that stand out, but the ones that do,
That one is just, and so late into the series run. That was a series 9 episode, 11?
You know what?
Really out there.
We don't have much time, but I'll just say this quickly about Doctor Who is that Doctor Who is a show that doesn't get the same treatment, I think, as any other show in its 12th, or what is it now? Going to be its 13th season. Like any other TV show on TV, people would look at it and say,
No one ever
13
does that. Isn't
seasons?
that weird?
Yes, that's what I'm
Isn't that
saying.
weird?
How strange
Because
is that?
it changes so much. It's not the same
Yes,
cast.
obviously it's
just-
because it changes, but
it feels
like,
so different.
that's
Like
kind of-
series 13 compared to series 1, it's a completely different show.
Yeah, it's
know?
it's a different show, but also it's a show that you could start watching in series 1. You could start watching at series 5. You could start watching at series
I don't
2.
suggest to do that, by the
You
way.
could start watching at series 8. You could start watching at series 11. You could always start the show on a new Doctor, and then you can just watch that show. Like, you don't, obviously fans will get more if they watch the whole thing, but you can always get something new from a new Doctor and a new writer. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. But
Chip,
you
the
know,
worst writer.
you will always get something new for what you pay for. So it's a very interesting show in that sense.
I do just love that he said on his last thing I'll say on the tweet along for Heaven Send.
And I think that's
he
why.
said-
Sorry, you finish.
He said, Moff said, he basically said, I was completely aware that kids would say, like, Mum, will Doctor Who be back next week when they watch Heaven Sent? Like, will it be a normal episode? And I almost
Why
feel
was
like,
it so weird this week? Yeah,
I almost feel like,
that's what they need more of.
I almost feel like he made that episode for us, the people who grew up with the show,
Definitely, 100%.
and just especially people who love Peter's Doctor. That Peter's the best
Heaven
Doctor.
Sent is like
That's
the true
best-
finale.
It's
of
the
Peter's
best
Doctor,
performance. I always said, and I'll die by this, I reckon Peter's last episode should have been like a
Peter
Logan,
Capaldi, by the way, we're talking about great
a Logan type style
Yes,
of an ending. I do love his regeneration scene. Anyway, what were you going to say? Because we've got to down another two of these.
Yeah,
so
no,
we gotta go.
we got to hurry, Brewski.
What a fantastic episode, just quietly. And I love Moffat for that. I would do.
No, I was just gonna say.
I disagree.
Yeah, you're probably gonna disagree anyway. No, I can't really actually even remember what I was gonna say. It was gonna be something about Doctor Who, something about the show. I don't fucking know. Oh, I think I was gonna say that's why Doctor Who gets treated, I think, differently from something like The Simpsons. Like, I think
Yes,
Doctor Who,
yes.
if Doctor Who
totally
gets to 30 seasons, people are gonna look at it differently.
Well, it has.
No, but I mean, I suppose it has. But if the current Doctor Who gets to even if it gets to 20 seasons, people will look at it differently than they looked at The Simpsons when The Simpsons hit 20 seasons, because people looked at that and they said, well, it's stale. It's, you're doing the same thing.
It's a shell of what it used to be.
Say what you will about Doctor Who, at least it's continually different. It keeps changing. It's always fresh. You're always getting something extra. And that's that.
I am boogieing it right now because I feel like I might lose this.
So, okay, now what we're going to do... That's right. What we're going to do before we end the show, because what is it? We're an hour and a minute. We've got to end the show in about 10 minutes. We're going to down this, and then we've got just a few things left to bring up in the episode. So,
We can't do that.
well, we don't have to mention that, but we got
gotta
to...
go.
Well, what about this? This. We'll bring that up.
Oh, yeah, so next week it's looking
Well,
like
wait,
what happened.
we'll do this after this, because
Oh, for fuck's
it'll be
sake.
better when you've had a fucking skull.
sake.
It'll be funnier.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
That's how I feel. So
This is
I've...
literally us.
that is how I feel. That's a representation of my,
All right, we're
my bones
back,
right now.
everybody.
Woo! Yes! So, like we mentioned at the top of the show, we have a party tonight. We're going to have to go
Yes.
to the party tonight.
Yes.
We're going to have to skull. We want to go a
Who's
little bit
gonna win,
buzzed.
baby?
We don't want to go too drunk, but
You having a good time?
who knows? So we're going to skull these two Ruskis. One.
Fuck's sake.
Two.
All right, you press the button this time.
I will press it, but basically, we've got a bit of a what would you call this? A contest. We want to see who can drink the Ruski fast.
It was a draw last time.
Oh no, I've got the hiccups and the burps. I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna need to do what you did.
Yeah, boogie.
I think I need to shake. I can't get my belly.
I almost want to put a photo finish on this one. So
Oh god. Oh yeah. Oh, I can feel that getting space. Oh yeah.
that's fast off.
I'm serious. This is
All
helping.
right, I got a photo finish now.
Oh yes. Oh, that's good. Okay. We will have a photo finish on the wide angle.
No,
but
we need an angle here. I reckon.
okay. Well, I'll get a double angle then.
All right.
I'll get my angle too.
All
Are
right.
you recording right now
Yeah.
on your phone? Okay, I'll get
All
a
right.
double angle.
Let's do
on my
this.
phone.
Let's do this.
Like that.
Let's do this.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on.
This is how I win.
I'm getting
this
the
is how
angle.
I win. This
There we
is
go.
how I
Angle.
win.
All right, let's get it. Come on, everybody.
Okay. I don't know if my angle is even going to help, but I've got My angle, my phone.
Let's do
I am
this.
recording. We are gonna do this. Don't worry.
All right, fuck me. Are you ready for this? 'Cause I'm not.
Okay. Oh fuck, my phone's not gonna help us at all, guys.
All right, you ready?
I hate to admit it, but we're in a fucking dead spell. Okay, so
You
let's.
having a good time?
Let me just. Okay, can you just give me a minute to actually, just a second, just 30 seconds to really.
10 seconds.
Okay.
9, 8, 7. It's not even help. 6, 5.
Oh, can you hear that?
Why is fuck? Stop. All right, you ready?
Oh,
Do you want me to
yes.
press
Okay,
it?
that's good.
Oh, sorry. No, that doesn't count. Sorry. I didn't press it.
You just gave me anxiety, fucking to the 10th degree. Okay, when we're ready. So wait. Do we have a? Is there a prize or a penalty for the loser or the winner? What's the?
All right, how much of your beer you got left?
That's a good amount.
Okay,
good
well,
amount.
so have I. So whoever loses has to down their beer.
Oh my goodness gracious! Wow. Okay, that's a good one.
All right, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready. I gotta excuse me.
I'm not drinking now. I'm getting my lips.
Oh,
lips are
fuck me.
Pemmed on it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, let's do this.
All right.
Okay. Is yours recording for the freeze for the photo finish?
It is freeze. It's
Okay.
ready to go. All right.
Okay. Is it slow motion?
No.
That's okay. We
Wanna
can
do it
probably.
slow-mo?
Yeah, do it slow mo because we'll be able to fully
Yeah, good point.
get the exact freeze
I
frame
love ScoMo.
when we need to.
All right.
We need that ScoMo. Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
Fuck me. All right. All right. Fuck.
Haha!
Fuck. Shit. All right, I'll give it to you. Well done.
Old Dunsky.
Well done. All right, I will down my beer.
I got really scared. That's why I did it.
Fuck, you did pretty good.
Woo!
You even got
Let's get that slow mo.
Damn.
Oh baby.
Oh, look at the shake of the can. I love that.
Can you airdrop that and I'll see
can.
if I can play it? Airdrop
right
it to
now?
my Mac. Airdrop it to my Mac and I'll try to open it.
While it's sending, I'll down.
We'll
mine.
play it because we'll give you a second to prepare
Bro,
to
it
skull
will
your
take ages.
beer.
It will take ages. Let me quickly cut it because it will take ages to send.
How long is it? Oh,
otherwise.
it's too long.
Well, imagine sending a slow-mo video. It's not 32 seconds, but...
We're both such assholes, man. Oh god.
All right.
Look at us. Are we getting
Oh, it's actually not too bad. But it's
There you
pretty-
go, there you
it's
go.
It's reasonable. All right, this one is... It's 2 seconds, but it won't be 2 seconds. All right, airdropping it to you now.
Did you just cut it of me or is it of you and me?
And me.
Oh, perfect. Brilliant. It'd be interesting to see if it actually cuts the Oh, sorry, let me make my airdrop available. Look at us figuring out technology live on the show. Discovered by everyone, you should be able to hit me up.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come!
We're so
Airdrop
I'm
it
sure we can be a
to
little
me.
bit. Is he gonna hold it against me like
that-
Mitchell
is
does
that
for
me
the rest
there?
of my life?
What? You lost! Ha
No,
ha!
I mean, rocking up like to Declan's 21st, is he going to hold it against like Mitchell always does? Right, folks. Yeah. I'm trying to airdrop
Beef.
it right
Is there any airdrops coming up? I'll get my phone out. We might have to do a double jump. Your phone to my Mac. Where? I love how that sitcom laugh just goes.
now. Going, yeah.
Hey, yeah. We love it. We love it.
It was
All right,
good.
I've
Yeah,
got
it's
both
coming,
my
it's coming.
airdrops on. Okay, where's it coming
Well,
to?
maybe if you turned your airdrop on.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm just saying.
This airdrop proves that you're a racist. Okay, all right. I've got it here. I'm gonna chuck it to my Mac because my phone and my
At least
Mac
you know how to use airdrop.
feel each other. Excuse you. Okay, while I'm sorting this shit out, you fucking all done. Let me test. Woo! Congratulations. I just said congratulations. Yes, that does deserve a yay. I will agree.
Oh, God, I feel that.
Oh, you should,
Yes.
man. Yes,
Too
yes,
far off.
you did.
Yes.
Oh, come on, we have to. Oh, come on, it has to get airdropped before the fucking
Come on.
end of the show.
Holy
Come on. Maybe I need to put it on. Oh, there we go. Here we go. That's a fucking
we need
soundbite.
that.
That's a
How do we
soundbite that we
have
need.
that?
How did I
How
not
do we
think?
not
You having a good time? You having a good time?
We need to be on the same Wi-Fi. Are we on the same Wi-Fi, me and my laptop? Yes, we are.
Oh,
So why
shit.
the fuck
Here we go
am
again.
I not coming up?
Let's do this.
Let me send it for your Facebook.
Don't worry, I'm gonna Dropbox it. I've got
sending
it.
it for your
Yep,
Facebook.
go. We need every option available
fucked. We're so
because we need
late.
to watch this freeze frame and then we need to go to Declan's party because he said 6 o'clock on the dot.
That
But
annoyed
to
me.
be
On the
fair, he
dot.
also said no narcotics, and we're not gonna. I'm joking. We will have.
This is how I win.
I disagree.
Don't worry, no narcotics. Don't worry. Don't worry.
and no guns.
Are you fucking kidding me? It says upgrade the Dropbox app.
I sent it to you through Facebook.
What are you, a fucking narc? Not you. Well,
Oh,
yes.
Well, thanks.
Yes, you. You can't. Okay, I'm going to look it up on Facebook. We got to do this. We got to find this somehow. Come on! Ah! Whoa.
It's sending, actually.
Oh my God. This can't be happening.
It's sent. It's sent. It's sent.
Oh, I know what to do.
No, mate, bring it up on your laptop.
I'll message it to myself. I
disagree.
am trying to bring it up to myself.
I disagree.
I'm messaging it to myself.
Well,
I disagree.
My laptop sucks.
It's not gonna be in
ass.
glorious
Don't worry, guys.
4K.
I will 100% buy a new laptop soon. Don't fret. When I buy a new laptop, you'll be the first to reap the benefits. My lovely audience that we share. God damn! I can't believe it's fucking taken forever.
it shouldn't be this hard.
I'll get up on Facebook. No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Can
Fuck
I just
this.
call
I
out Apple
disagree.
right now?
I disagree.
Because if I had a new
disagree.
Mac,
I
this
I
would
disagree.
work
I
like a
disagree.
fucking
This is
baby's
how I
asshole.
win.
But
This is how I win.
I'm gonna turn that down so
This
it
is
doesn't
how I
fucking
win.
talk over me.
This is how I
If
win.
I had a modern day
Here we go
MacBook,
again.
I wouldn't have fucking troubles under the
Just play
sun,
the video.
bitch. But you know what? Apple fucking
You
discriminates.
get it. Just play the video. We're gonna be late.
All right, is it in slow motion?
Yes.
Okay, that's beautiful. That is fucking.
Oh, hang on.
That is amazing. Hold on, let me pause it. I'll zone us in. Bang! Look at us. Look at us. Let's fuck. Oh my God.
All right, ready?
There you go.
Let's do this.
Look at that. I'm drinking.
Slow-mo.
It's slow mo. It comes all the way
Watch the
down.
camera.
That's a solid. Ba-bang. Ah, the face.
Oh, it's so close.
That was close. That was close. Oh, that's a nice focus ball too. I like that. I must compliment that.
shot.
That's a great shot. I love that. That is
I still need to
iconic.
give that shot of the cognac. Remember that really
That is
nice one I
iconic.
got?
That's why we have
Like
to.
cognac. Yeah, that's like cognac.
Yes, you got to do that to
really
me,
nice
and we'll play that
medical
next
soul.
episode when we finally address the unaired episode, which will happen
Yeah,
next
yeah.
week
Alright.
in our next episode. Thank you very much for
Yeah,
watching,
see you later,
folks.
everybody. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you
shit.
coming.
We need to
Here
go.
we go again.
I know, we got to go. Thank you. We'll see you next week in episode
Bye.
49. Get ready for episode 50. And also, we have Aiden Green and Mitchell Letcher coming on the show soon.
Yeah.
Look forward to that. Thank you very
Frame,
much.
Mitch, that's for another YouTuber. Let's get it. Who has
Goodbye.
more subs than us?
This is how I win.
I disagree.
Goodbye.